Hello students, I hope you are well. In last lecture we talk about the effects of World War One. Now we will go for a new topic, and that is the Russian, or we can say Bolshevik Revolution 1917. In a past lecture, we discussed about various effects of World War One. But if you observe my last lectures carefully, we noted somewhere that Russia not participate because of Russian Revolution. So what was that Russian Revolution? That we will discuss here. A bit lengthy topic, but you have to understand by the help of relativity of every sentence with the next one. So let's start without any disturbance. The Russian Revolution 1917 is considered as an important event in world history. But why it is important? See, the Russians had been oppressed and suppressed by Tsar. Okay, C silent, Tsar, or we can say Tsar of Russia. So Tsar was king of Russia, and under his rule, people oppress means what? In a bad situation. Okay. Suppress means you don't have a right to say anything. Let's understand the meaning of the word oppress. Oppress means keep them down. That is the meaning of oppress. And suppress means no rights to speak anything. So the Russian had become oppressed and suppressed by Tsar of Russia. I would like to show you the photograph of Tsar. This is the fellow Tsar. You can able to see. Under his ruling, people were oppressed and suppressed. Now, the next sentence says, the Russian Tsar who inherited the position, means successor, inherited the position, were all dictators and enjoy uncontrolled rule over people. He was dictator, means what he say is correct. Okay, so he was dictator. Whatever he say, that is correct. Everybody has to follow what he say, and he enjoy uncontrolled rule over people. Means whatever his demand, okay, whatever he wish, people required to do. People did not have any rights during his period. Means there are no rights. People cannot do anything. People cannot able to say what they want. People cannot able to access their fundamental rights during the tenure of Tsar. So people did not have any rights during this period. The Tsar were so cruel and pitiless on people that if anyone demand for any rights by mistake, he was tortured, suppressed, and severely punished or condemned to be sent to the bone chilled and dead cold of Siberia. Siberia is a location where average temperature is -20. So if anybody tried to demand for any rights, he very badly tortured by hitting or all negative things. Suppress means stop that demand for any rights, and very severely punish and keep that particular person who demand for rights in a bone chilling and dead cold of Siberia. In Siberia, where temperature is -20, that particular place, that person has to survive. Now imagine -20, how you survive in the open space. This uncontrolled and oppressive tsardom become the reason of grief, poverty, and suffering among people. See, because Tsar's uncontrolled oppressive Tsardom means cruel Tsardom ruling become the reason of grief. Grief means trouble. Okay. The meaning of the word grief means trouble. Okay. So it indicates that the reasons for grief, poverty and suffering among people. Now, the Russian farmers, laborers and peasants were not getting enough income. They did not get sufficient money. Despite of working very hard. If they work very hard, they focus, they work very hard, but even doing that, they not get any reward, any enough income so that they survive. And because of that, they became very poor. Now in next paragraph it's given that under the leadership of Father Gapon, a large rally was taken out to the Tsar's residence in Winter Palace. Remember the date, 22nd January 1905 on Sunday. So Father Gapon along with so many people go for a large rally. Okay, and they are gathered near Tsar's residence, that is Winter Palace. Now this is the photograph of Father Gapon. Under his leadership, under the leadership of Father Gapon, they go for rally. Really, I hope you understand. Sometimes they go with a slogan. Okay, clear? So the same way group of people gathered and they organize rally and they go to the Winter Palace. Now these people were unarmed, while some had the Tsar's picture in hand with a caption. See, these people who were part of large rally, they don't have any weapon with them. They are unarmed. They don't have any kind of weapon or something like that. A few of them had just photographed picture of Tsar, and in that picture mentioned that long live the little white Lord of Russia written on it. The little white Lord of Russia. They want to address that long live means your life will be long, and they give a salutation, respect, that the little white Lord of Russia written on the poster of Tsar. So the Tsar army opened fire on these innocent people, because of which thousands of innocent people dead, and the snow in Petersburg, where Tsar's palace was situated, turned red with blood, and this day is known as Bloody Sunday. So imagine this group of people along with the photo of Tsar with the slogan, when they reach near the Tsar's palace, okay, the police start attacking on them, okay, and so many innocent people die in the snow of Petersburg, and since because they die, their blood fall on the ice, and that's why that snow convert into red color because of the blood, and that's why this day is known as, please mark properly, I hope you all get textbook, Bloody Sunday in the history. So I want to show you the real drawing of a Bloody Sunday incident. This is Bloody Sunday. I hope you can able to see. You can able to see here that they die in the snow and their blood is on the snow, and that's why this incident is known as Bloody Sunday. It can be asked in exam why it is known as Bloody Sunday. So you can say that group of people go for rally under the leadership of Father Gapon. Then they have a picture of Tsar in their hand, then the slogan available, and Tsar's army opened fire. Because of that, their blood merged with ocean, this snow, and that's why the snow color become red, and that's why this particular incident is known as Bloody Sunday in the history. Now, around this time, a large number of Russians got provoked and become restless as the weakness of Tsardom had become obvious when a small nation like Japan has defeated a massive nation like Russia in the Russia-Japan War 1904-1905. See, we divide the last sentence. Around this time, large number of Russians got provoked. Okay, number of Russian provoked. Provoke means what? Annoyed, angry. So at that time, so many people angry and become restless, emotionless. Okay, as the weakness of Tsardom, that Tsar was a very weak king, and becomes obvious and agree and accept when a small nation like Japan had defeated massive nation like Russia in Russia-Japan war. If you search on the internet the size of Japan and the size of Russia, you understand what I am saying. If you join the land size of Japan 25 times, yet that is not reached to Russia. So you may imagine, if you keep the land of Japan in Russia, then you require 25 Japan. So imagine, that's why it is very clearly mentioned, a small nation like Japan has defeated massive nation like Russia in Russia-Japan war. In order to pacify the angry Russians, an announcement to call for Duma Legislative Assembly. They go for call the assembly. Duma Legislative Assembly means what? We can say a parliament, something like that, which had not been called for years, was made. So they call the assembly. Eventually, 4 such assembly, Duma, were called, parliament kind of things called, but before it can be take steps to satisfy the citizen, it had been called off. It cancelled. Now see what happened. On 8th March 1917, the oppressed worker of Petrograd is a place, Petrograd, called for a strike. So worker go for strike. So many workers decided we will not go for work on 8th March 1917. The Tsar sent his troops, soldiers, to contain this event, to manage this event. But the army refused to shoot these people. Army told that we already did Bloody Sunday. Now we don't want to shoot innocent people. We will not shoot them. As a result, the revolution began. After the fall of Tsardom, the power fell in the hands of Kerensky, the leader of Bolshevik group. After Tsardom is over, after Tsar gone, okay, defeat, then the power goes to hand of Kerensky. Now Kerensky was the leader of Bolshevik group. Bolshevik group means the group of minority people. Okay, this is Kerensky photograph. Remember, Kerensky was the leader of Bolshevik group. Bolshevik group means minority group. So the power goes to in the hand of Kerensky, leader of Bolshevik group. Except for Lenin, everyone in Russia was happy with the fall of Tsar. Because Tsar gone, all are happy, all are enjoying, all are celebrating. They feel, oh, now I am relaxed. Tsar is not there, we all are happy. Everybody in Russia happy. Only one person not happy. And that fellow is known as Lenin. Lenin was not happy. Why? Lenin believed that in the importance of labor as a propagated by Karl Marx, while the Bolshevik group believed in the importance of middle class. See here what happened. This is the fellow Lenin. Okay. Now Lenin believes what? Lenin believes in importance of labor. Okay, under importance of Karl Marx, and Karl Marx also believed that the labors are very important. So Lenin as ideology, start by Karl Marx. Okay, I repeat the sentence. Lenin believed in the importance of labor as a propagated by Karl Marx, because Karl Marx motivate the laborers. So Lenin believed that the importance of labor we can't ignore. While Menshevik group believe in what? The importance of middle class. We already observed that Menshevik means minority, or you can say Menshevik means what? Middle class also. So Menshevik people believe in importance of middle class, that is Menshevik group. But Lenin believe in whom? Lenin believe in importance of labor under the leadership of Karl Marx. So here there are two ideology. One side Lenin believe importance of labor. Other side Menshevik group believe that the importance of middle class. As a result, Lenin instigate the Bolshevik against Menshevik. So both the groups fight. Instigate means they communicate, they fight, they verbally argue. Okay, Lenin instigate means Lenin creates situation where both the group comes against each other. Which both the group? Bolshevik group and Menshevik group. Menshevik group, that is the group of middle class or minority people. Bolshevik group means the group of laborers. I repeat, Bolshevik means group of those people who believe the importance of labor, and Menshevik means those who believe the importance of either minority or middle class. They both comes against each other in November 1917, and then declared the final revolution and got the control. Reins means control in his hand. In his hand means whose hand? In the hand of Menshevik. So this came to known as Socialist Bolshevik Revolution. It is known as Socialist Bolshevik Revolution. And thus, the 300 years of Tsar came to an end. So here Tsar came to an end for the first time. And Russia was without Tsar. Means what? Russia was without Tsar. Means Tsar is now no more available. And imagine, in the history of how many years? Look at the year. 300 years. In the history of 300 years, Tsardom over and Russia released from Tsar. So this is what the concept of Russian Bolshevik Revolution 1917. Students, it's important incident because it's a noteworthy historical impact of Russia. Now, the next topic we go for the effect or efforts for the world peace. Now, when we talk about efforts for world peace, we would like to go for, we learn the very negative effect of World War. So what are the efforts so that again World War not happen? For that, they established the institute. The name of institute is League of Nations. Now we go for read that. The horror of the World War explained in the absolute necessity of the world peace to the nation of the world. Sentence says that so many very negative or very bad horror, danger effect of World War explain the society that war is not a solution. And for this, a need for an international organization was felt. Every country believed that let's establish one organization and this organization will control the situation of war. So it became necessary to think actively and immediately about world peace. The American President Woodrow Wilson, whose photograph I already showed you in previous lecture, the American President Woodrow Wilson had contributed substantially, maximum, in the establishment of League of Nations. So League of Nations is institute. The role of this institute is what? See that another world war not happen. And the 14 points suggested by Woodrow Wilson can be asked in exam. How many points? 14 points suggested by Woodrow Wilson were present during the Paris Peace Process. It's called Triple P. Paris Peace Process on 10 January 1920. Again, date you have to remember, 10 January 1920. The League of Nations was formed. Can be asked in exam. When it was formed? 10th January 1920. How many points are there? 14 points. These 14 points suggested by whom? It's suggested by Woodrow Wilson. Now, what are the aim of League of Nations? Very easy. Remember, can be asked for 2 marks or 3 marks. To maintain international peace and security. See that at international level, peace must be maintained. And the security of every nation has to be done. Every country feels secure. They are not frightened from anybody else. Second, every nation to respect the unity and integrity of other nation. Every nation has to respect the unity, okay, of all the nation. And every nation has to see that they integrate, they help, they cooperate, they go for give and take approach with all other nations. So first is peace, security. Second is unity and integrity. You can remember by this way: peace, security, unity, integrity. Fine. Third, to give up the policy of war. No country believe in war. So third is give up the policy of war. To develop international relation means to improve international relation. Okay, create friends by a positive approach. Fifth, to solve the international dispute peacefully. If any two countries has any problem, any dispute, any fight, any difference of opinion, okay, then it has to be solved peacefully. Through what? Through negotiation, communication, okay, or mediation. Mediation means what? Middle person. Like for example, if A and B both have some problem, then C try to explain both of them. So C consider as mediator, and through his mediation A and B both of their problems solved. So the problem can be solved by either both of them negotiate, communicate with each other, or take the help of third person, and with the help of third person, problem required to solve. If the League of Nations established for world peace, sixth point, if any nation ignore the League of Nations, like for example, there are say 100 members, for example I am saying 100 members of League of Nations, but if a particular nation who is a member of League of Nations ignore the mediation, ignore the discussion of C, then that nation will declare as rebel nation. Okay, all other country will cut the relation and declare as rebel nation. I again repeat, if any nation ignore the League of Nations mediations or intermediary or problem solving situation, then that country who ignore the League of Nations declare as rebel nation. Other country will cut the relation with that nation. The League of Nations established for world peace did not manage to keep a control. See, it established for world peace, that is true, but did not manage to keep a control, cannot able to manage the control over the imperialist policy, expansion policy, enlargement of the kingdom policy of the superpower and because of that, underline, in 1939 the Second World War began, which we have to learn in the next chapter. The next chapter of history is the Second World War. League of Nations failed, and the biggest failure of League of Nations is in 1939 the Second World War was begun. So students, this is what the story of League of Nations. So here our lesson is over, okay, and on the next page we have an exercise, and I request all of you to write all the answers, okay, of textbook exercise in the fair book. Okay, I will just clarify right now, okay, about the exercise. Those who don't know how to write the answer, I will separately prepare one video how to write answer, and I will upload one PDF, and in that PDF I will clarify that which particular question is of how many marks, so you come to know how to write the answer in how many points. Okay, so after I upload this video, I will upload PDF also, and in that PDF I will let you know the textbook exercise question which you have to write, plus some extra question also available which you have to write in the fair book. I repeat, all the questions which I send to you, that contains exercise also plus extra question also. So both will come in only one PDF. Okay, so till then, please take care of yourself. How you feel the video and all those, please comment me. I always waiting for your comments. You can suggest if you want me to prepare better video for you. Most welcome. Suggestions are most welcome. Okay, so I am waiting for your comments. Okay, till then, please keep studying and please take good care of yourself. Thank you.